feels fine. Crack up the bed and you're stealing my mind. Oh, we're walking on sunshine, baseball time. Round and around till the faces shine. This little diamond is a daylight shrine.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Marcus, back here with MLB Hotshot Takes Season 2, Episode 2, and we're here for the predictions. I know I made predictions for the regular season last week, but I did a little simulator this week, which we will do the playoffs. This is what the simulator came up with. We got the Yankees and the Seattle Mariners, the two best teams. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Toronto's the best team, and going to be the best team in baseball in the American League. The Dodgers are going to be better than the Phillies. But it looks like the Phillies, the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Tigers, the Yankees, and the Mariners all won their division. So it doesn't have Houston making the playoffs. Wow, it has Baltimore bouncing back. All right, so obviously, let's start off with the American League. We have Detroit, Baltimore, Toronto, Boston. I think Detroit handles Baltimore. Who haven't won a playoff game in a long time. 3 games, potential 3 games in Detroit. With that better rotation, I think Detroit handles business. Toronto, obviously, I have them beating Boston for a rematch with the Yankees. So we have a rematch of last year's ALDS. All right, so now we have the Cubs and the Giants, the Mets, and the Padres. I think the Padres get revenge. Oh, not revenge, but would they get revenge? They get their win against the Mets, and then I think the Cubs will handle the 49ers. Not the 49ers. It's San Francisco, the Giants. So we have an ALDS and NLDS of the Yankees, Blue Jays, Mariners, Tigers, Phillies, Padres, Dodgers, Cubs. Let's start with the NL this time around. I think the Philadelphia Phillies handle the Padres like they did in the NLCS a few years ago. I think the Dodgers go the whole distance with the Cubs. We have an NLCS of Phillies Dodgers rematch of last year's NLDS. Obviously, I think the Blue Jays will handle the Yankees. I think the Yankees are a better team this year pitching-wise. I just getting Cole back and getting Ryan Weathers. I just think Toronto has the better offense, and the Yankees really haven't done anything to prove to me that they're the better team. I have Detroit winning this one. I think Detroit gets revenge on Seattle. They have a better roster this year. They should be able to handle business. So let's move on to here. We have an NLCS of Tigers, Toronto, Phillies, Dodgers. Let's start off with the LCSs. Let's start off with the ALCS. You know what? I think the Tigers knock out Toronto. I think the Tigers are a team not to sleep on this year. And I have the Dodgers. Obviously, I think it's going to be Dodgers-Tigers this year in the World Series. So even though, like, I probably would have had Houston over Baltimore, and I would have had Cleveland over the Yankees, but Toronto, and I would have had Toronto in the 1 seed. I still think Detroit beats Toronto. This side I think is perfect. I might have had Milwaukee in, and I would have had the Mets win the division over the Phillies, but I do think the Giants will sneak in. But here we go, the World Series. Obviously, I'm picking the LA Dodgers. Like, until they're defeated, until they're dethroned, you can't pick against them. And it's going to lead to a lockout next year and hopefully finally a freaking salary cap. But let's look at how they graded the ML standings before we move into our final predictions for this week. This is going to be a short episode. It's probably going to be 6 to 8, maybe 10 minutes if I can drag it the most. So here we go. In the AL East, well, let's start with the West. AL West, they had Houston. Wow, they had Houston in last place. Okay. Houston at 73 and 89. They had Texas at 77 and 85. The Angels at 79 and 83. The Athletics at 82 and 80. And then Seattle winning the division and getting the second overall seed in the American League at 96 and 66. Out West, it had the Diamondbacks worse than the Rockies. I think I had the Rockies in last place. I had the Diamondbacks at 63 and 99. I don't think that's far-fetched. I did have them in 4th place. The Rockies only two wins above them at 65-97. Had the Giants making the playoffs, the final seed, the third and final wild card spot, or second wild card spot, no, three wild card spots. Third and final wild card spot at 82-80, and then we had the Padres, obviously, with the top wild card spot at 88-74, and then obviously the Dodgers winning the division at 97-65. So let's move into the AL and NL Central. Has the Twins, obviously. I think the Twins are going to be one of the worst teams in baseball. 62 wins for the Twins, 100 losses. Okay. It has the Chicago White Sox finally getting under 100 losses. I can see that. Chicago had a really good offseason. They finally got rid of Luis Robert, which I think will be an impact player for the Mets. But they also signed Murakami as well, which was out of the left field. They got some good prospects coming up as well. 75-87 is perfect. Cleveland 78-84, which I'm surprised they have them going down so much. Everyone knows that Cleveland's probably gonna have a run down the stretch that gets them in the playoffs. Then it has Kansas City at 81-81, and then it has Detroit. Surprisingly, only one team, 100 team this year. I mean, we didn't have any 100 winners last year. Detroit getting the third seed with 90-72 record. All right, so obviously, yes, this one. Wow, it has Pittsburgh over Milwaukee. Okay, St. Louis at 5 at 69-93. I had them last in my predictions. I actually had Pittsburgh in second last, Cincinnati in third. So I had St. Louis 5, Pittsburgh 4, Cincinnati 3, Milwaukee 2, Chicago 1. So I did have Chicago winning the division. So I think majority of them, except for the top two, I had winning the division and making the playoffs. Like I said, I didn't have the Giants making the playoffs, but I didn't have the Orioles making the playoffs either. I had the Houston Astros and Cleveland over the Yankees and the Orioles, and I had the Brewers over the Giants, and I had the Mets winning the division, the Cubs winning the division, and the Dodgers winning the division. So, but anyways, Milwaukee at 73-89. Then it had Cincinnati 80-82. Then it has Pittsburgh 81-81, and then it has Chicago, obviously, with the third seed 90-72. Let's move into AL East. Obviously, majority of these, about right. I had Baltimore. Actually, the only difference is I had the Yankees in third, Toronto in first, and Boston in second. These two get flipped as well. I had these. So Tampa Bay 68-94, Washington 71-91, Baltimore 91-71, Miami 73-89, Atlanta 77-85, Boston 91-71, the Mets 85-77, Toronto 94-68, the Yankees 99-63, barely missing the 100 mark, and then obviously the only 100 win team, Philadelphia 162. But all in all, like I said, I have the Dodgers. This is my predictions for the playoffs. I just figured, I'll do a simulation this time around, so it's a lot easier on me to present it. So I have the Dodgers winning. What a shocker. Let's move on to. I wonder if I can do Can I do the World Cup or I wonder if I can do the World Baseball Classic. Let's see if I can do that. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna do that for you guys because I want to do the World Baseball Classic. No, I can't do it. All right. Anyway, I do have my predictions. I think the final four teams are going to be Japan, DR, U.S., Puerto Rico. I think U.S. will beat Puerto Rico, and I think Japan beats DR. But a lot of people are thinking DR could beat Japan. Japan is not. They're not the strongest team coming into this as they were the last few times. Now U.S. has the pitching, Dominican Republic has the hitting, and now they both can match Japan. And I feel like it, but I still think Japan's going to win that game, and I think ultimately USA will find a way to win the World Baseball Classic. So anyways, that is all the time we really have going in. I mean, the spring training opening day is in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to the World Baseball Classic. I will be following along it very much, it starts today. It already started today, if I'm correct. We had Korea versus I forgot who they played today. Korea played Czech, and Korea won. And then we have Czech again tonight against Australia. And then tomorrow is the big ones. We have Japan versus China, Cuba versus Panama, Netherlands versus Venezuela, Mexico versus Great Britain, Puerto Rico versus Colombia, Nicaragua versus DR, USA versus Brazil, and then China versus Czech again. So, looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see how USA, with the fact that Scooble's only pitching once and Paul Skeens is only pitching twice. I think Skeens is going to pitch the whole tournament. I think he wants it badly, so I can definitely see him pitching the whole tournament. But I think it's going to be USA that wins it this year. The USA is just, this team just feels different. They're stacked, and now they have the pitching to match the hitting. Last time they played Japan, they just didn't have the pitching, and Japan destroyed them. I think this time around, they have the pitching. But anyways, that is all the time we have for this week's episode. We will be back next week to start our probably our review of the round robin of baseball, the World Baseball Classic. We will see you guys later. Hopefully JJ will be on when we will be live streaming, I believe, opening day for the Yankees. Let me look in general, because unless I'm working that day, because I am working for the Orioles now. So let me check that, because I got to look that into, because we're going to be live streaming some games this year. Let me look into that opening day. Opening day, I believe, is the 26th, right? Yeah. No, 25th. Yankees play the 49ers, if I'm correct. Yeah, the opening day is the Yankees, because it's on Netflix. That's cool. And then we have opening day, which is here. Yeah. So, Yankees, I will probably live stream the second game, because Wednesday, March 25th, I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm going to live stream that game. It's going to be on Netflix, so I should be able to watch it. 49ers, not 49ers. I keep calling them the 49ers. San Francisco Giants and New York Yankees. And then we'll go from there. I'm probably going to do a lot of baseball tonight as well. So anything that's like NBC that I'm not working. Like that Thursday, I can't do LA versus Arizona, because I'm going to be doing the home opener at 3:05 opening day for the Orioles against the Twins. But then, like, say, let's look into it, like, if there's Fox San Francisco, I could probably do that game. I might not be able to do it, depending if I'm working. So any games it's probably going to be any games that the Orioles are on the road that I'm going to be able to work or be able to live stream for you guys. Looking at it right here, because I don't have MLB TV, I'm planning on getting it sometime this year. We have the MLB Network I could probably do on Thursday, because the Orioles are off at 9:45 p.m. I could do the Mets and the Giants. I can do that. I won't be able to do the third, because I will be at the the Nationals home opener. But I'll look into it, and we'll see what we can do with it. But anyways, that is all the time we have. I will see you guys later. Even though I didn't hit the intro today, we're going to hit it on the way out. So it's more like an exit, you know? But still. How about we go ahead and hit that intro?
Well, the two idiots think their opinions are still the fucking bomb. We got a Phillies Karen and Yankees ran to after the show. Oh yeah, we are here to still make your day. But seriously, fuck these guys and all that takes. Hotshot, take it away.
All right. That's all the time we have left. We will see you guys next week. Peace.